Is it real though? Like
Hi, we're live.
hi.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
No, I'm sorry, I can't stop. Is it true though? At Woodstock '99, Wyclef Jean, was it Wyclef Jean or
I'm sorry. Who are we looking for?
it was either Wyclef Jean or it was shoot. My memory's dying. Uh
Well, just list off the names. What's on there?
Oh, here. I'll just do this. Let's save you some time.
Yeah, who's on there?
I mean, it was
I'm looking at these people here.
Ooh.
yeah.
That's a good fucking list.
Yeah, you got Bush in there,
Godsmack is
Corn.
there. Buck Cherry's
Yep.
there. Corn. Yep. Limp Bizkit.
A lot of these people started out there too. They didn't get big until after that.
I swear to you, Wyclef Jean was there because he's in the documentary, and he was there, and it was just a crap. It was crap
Crap
for
shit.
him. Yeah. Uh. So,
I have to
but
look into it.
no, I was gonna ask everybody how their week was, but like, I, uh, my week was amazing because, if you don't know him, Rain Man from CNY up in that Syracuse, Utica, Rome, all those areas, said he would come in and talk to me about Woodstock '99, which I've always had like a super weird like obsession with. I just, from the first Woodstock to the second one, and how it kind of fell apart so rapidly, and what the difference was in the two generations. I- You know, the first Woodstock was peace and love, and the second one was like, "Yo, my water's too expensive." So, um,
A lot of
you know what I mean?
job.
So, I've always wanted to, like, I've always loved watching anything that they put out about it. And I mean, I think the only one that I've seen is Netflix, but you know, I followed it a lot. And also because like I was a senior in high school when it happened. And so I remember kind of, how it went down, or at least the newspaper clippings or whatever they kind of literally put on the news. Not a lot, honestly, really not for us because we're, you know, 6 hours away from Rome.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to us, we were all born in Utica, and Utica is how far away is Utica from Rome? Not far.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not.
No, it's not far.
Like when I saw the documentary, I was like, oh, do you guys know any of these people? Because they look like they walked to Woodstock '99.
Yeah.
So like, you know, um, but yeah, it's super fun for me, and the fact that you know, I get to talk to Rayman, who is my wife's brother,
Mm-hmm.
who is
Lucky you.
Huh?
what?
Lucky you.
Oh shit.
You'll be here, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm just in general.
So I know you said like the newspaper kind of talked about it a little bit, and you probably saw the tidbits on the news or whatever, but was there one or two things that was like the most interesting from the actual documentary to you that would
I
like you
mean,
got to see?
yeah, the one thing that I mean, and again, I can't wait to ask him all these questions, but MTV was at its height for the most part. Like we were literally watching MTV for actual music videos and highlight the stars and whatever. And you'd seen all these guys on MTV. Like you saw Bush on MTV. I mean, it was kind of a boy band era, but like you saw, you know what I mean? Like they played Bush, they played Jewel. Jewel was huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sheryl Crow, huge. Uh, I main it was they were considered mainstream media, and I think the thing that like caught my attention the most was like the kids were pissed at mainstream media. Like they were mad. They didn't give a crap. They like they wanted to destroy anything that had to do with MTV or like it wasn't it was just literally no.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that kind of fascinates me the most is because MTV is where you kind of you got everything from. Like you saw the videos you loved, you danced to TLC, you you saw the rock and roll bands on TRL, like all that stuff was that's how you got it. You couldn't there was no internet. Like you weren't getting it from the internet. You definitely weren't.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to see your favorite boy bands or girl bands or whoever bands, you had to watch MTV.
Or go to their show.
Right. And the kids at Woodstock 99 were ready to literally destroy anything MTV.
Mm.
Like they pulled the whole sound system down. Or I mean, yeah.
But day one, pretty calm, pretty chill, you know.
Yeah. It was I mean they messed with Sheryl Crow. Like if I remember anything, they definitely messed with Sheryl Crow. And
wait a minute, hold on. I'm sorry, baby. Go. That's a phone. That's the phone station.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
That's a payphone right there.
Payphone.
Nobody remembers payphones? Oh, my bad.
We do.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Mm-hmm. Yep. Limp
Yeah, is that,
Bizkit.
yep.
That was Fred Durst. Yeah.
Fred Durst.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this. This looks normal for every concert I've gone to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the worst part about that was there was no clean water.
I bet. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Hell yeah. Yep.
Did he ever wear pants?
Oh, wow.
Flea? No, he never wore pants. I've seen Flea's dick so many times. Like, it's not even funny.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
Actually, can you pull that picture with the tents up? Like, can you click on that picture?
Let me make sure.
Because that was literally like, I mean, yeah, peace, love, Woodstock, but
no, I can't get a good bigger one of that.
I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm super excited to talk to him. I'm super excited to pick his brain. I mean, he's one of the most knowledgeable men on the planet that I know about bands and radio and what was popular back at
20-some years experience.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I grew up listening to that dude. So yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I know that he taught you what? Like, I mean, you know so much music that I'm like, how do you know this music? And you're like, cause my brother.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Forever. Yeah, all the rock bands and Dave Matthews.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I went to my first. It's funny. I just the memory came up. I think it was today or whatever, where I found out that I was going to my first Dave concert. I mean, I've only been to one, but I was. Oh God, I had braces and I had my pink hair, so I was what 19, 18 or 19, maybe 20. Yeah, maybe 20 when I went or whatever. And
the pink hair.
The pink hair. Yeah, that was before you, honey.
I know. Thank God.
But I remember finding out that I was going to go. And, you know, the coolest thing for me is I got to see concerts differently. Like Woodstock reminds me more of like when we went to DFB and the K-Rockathon. Like that's the type of energy, that's type of vibe that I can like compare the two.
I was going to ask you both about that. I've never been, like, I was down here. I've never been.
I'm sorry, what happened?
The DFB.
DFB and K-Rockathon.
DFBs.
So DFB was like the smaller version of the K-Rockathon. The K-Rockathon
family
barbecue.
Oh boy.
What is it called?
The dysfunctional family barbecue.
That's what DFB means?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom said she was going to that when I first heard about it. I was like, I'm sorry, where are you going?
To whose
barbecue?
It was the it's like the smaller version of the K-Rockathon. So it would like lead up to the K-Rockathon, and the K-Rockathon was the big, huge event.
But it
Um,
it had so much more.
How many bands did you get at Cave Rockathon?
It depends on the years.
Yep.
After the years went on, they decided to add a second stage so they could run bands back to back
Yep.
That was
without
the other
needing
question I
like
was going to ask. How many
without
stages?
needing the split up time between each band. So it was great.
But there was the main stage. That was where all like the big ones were.
I
Right?
don't know. They had it at some place with only one stage in like wood
Yeah.
chips everywhere, and they moved it out to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, that's when I started to go, when they were at the
No,
fairgrounds.
I went to both. I started the other ones for the first 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then they moved it. And I don't know why they stopped it. Did they stop it? Or are they still doing it?
I don't think they're doing it.
Yeah, I
I
went
think
to.
it's been years that they
I went
haven't
to a
Where
done
was
it.
it?
couple.
Was K Rockathon and the DFB also in Rome, or was it somewhere else?
No, it was somewhere else.
Um,
I can't think where
the
was
DFBs were in like the fairgrounds. Some spot in the fairgrounds. Some little
Where's the
spot.
fairgrounds, bro?
It's New York State Fairgrounds. I couldn't tell you.
I know what town though. Was it in like? Oh, so you took all those car rides where you were riding in the back of a trunk trying to get to the DFB, and you don't know where you were going.
And you understand that I was in the trunk. I
You're
don't even
always
pay
in the
attention.
trunk.
I don't even
You've
pay
never
attention to where we're
not
going.
been in the
As
trunk
long
to
as we
any.
opened up the trunk and I got out to see what I needed to see, I was fine.
Always been in the trunk.
Mm, 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 mm.
But yeah, I just who did you see at them? Did you see the same
Oh, here we
people?
go. These concerts were held at venues in Vernon, Syracuse, Oswego, Utica, and Weedsport. That's where they were. They moved different places. I
Okay, but
remember.
it's the same general vicinity. It's the same like 30 minutes from.
I think I remember the ones going to Vernon. I think that's the one that I went to, or Syracuse. Oh no, maybe Weedsport was one of them too. I feel like they bounced around all the time. So
Nobody knows.
yeah,
It's fine. Whatever it is, it's in the weeds in upstate New York, so that's fine.
it was up. Yeah,
Damn.
I
the
mean, you could have
weed.
told me Rome, New York, and I would have been like, I don't know where the hell that is. And that was where Woodstock 91 was. So
mm-hmm.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, DFB started in 2007.
Yeah.
I think that ended at like 2012.
So what I'm hearing is they basically tried to do
More of a
Woodstock
lap.
99 multiple times. They just did it on a smaller scale and in different towns, not Rome. That's what I'm hearing.
I think so.
Because, like, what bands did you guys see? Like, why were you going? Were you going because it was Fred Durst? Were you going because, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers are there? Who were you going? That's who you were going to see?
Yeah, and I loved seeing Korn. I loved seeing Limp Bizkit. I loved seeing 3 Days Grace, and I mean, they always had these huge lineups, and there usually was one or two bands that I was like really excited to see. But then, I mean, think about it. You got to go to a concert and you got to see like fucking 13, 14 bands in one setting and whatever. That was the coolest part for me, was just being able to go and see.
I have to pay to access my senses. So
Oh, yeah, you need glasses.
I wouldn't bring those in to the show. So I did bring my glasses to my first DFB and lost them like a child.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog opened my door. Go ahead, keep going.
So I went without them and just went to like mosh and have fun. Like I didn't go to see anybody because I couldn't see if I tried.
Yeah.
So that was my reason for going. Who was playing didn't really matter. Usually the first couple bands were always some local
band, yeah.
something trying to get big, and we always give them a shot. But it depends on what happened after that. And then the ending bands are what really set it off to getting hurt.
Yeah, the highlight bands, the
breaking bones. Not even break anything.
And did your I'm just curious because obviously like I'm gonna ask him questions later, but did your brother host like the K Rockathons and stuff, or he was literally talking on a microphone
on stage?
Yeah, he'd go up on stage and talk.
Yeah, he'd go up on the stage and talk in front of fucking thousands of people, and and he was there all day, and so
because he's the coolest, chillest dude ever. Like sitting around talking with him and just getting to like, I mean, obviously I didn't know who he was. He is not, that radio station is not where I grew up, so I didn't know who he was. But holy crap, to like, he was literally there, and just like a little spoiler, he was there for like 6 days,
Mm-hmm.
and it was only open to the public for like 4. So, you know what I mean? And MTV was there, like everybody was there. So, and if he was running the radio station behind the scenes or whatever he was doing behind the scenes, like that's crazy, because that last 2 days it was dangerous.
And I also don't remember, and this will be something cool that you can ask him. I don't really remember. Well, if I was, this might have been the very beginning of his career, the 99.
It sounds like it.
So I don't know if that was
Okay.
like his first big event. Like that would be something cool to ask him, you know, because I was young and he was my brother, and I always looked at him as my brother. You know, I always dealt with the whole thing of like, do you even know who your brother is? And I'm like, yeah, he's my brother. Like,
He's just my brother.
You know what I mean? And
that's how I think of him.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff, you think of him a little differently because he wasn't your brother, or like 30 years later, your in-law. He was just the dude you heard on the radio. So.
Oh yeah, I had no concept of what he looked like. Just a voice that I would hear.
Yep. So, I mean, that might have been in the beginning of his career, which is, you know, pretty cool to dive into and to think about and whatever. So, but yeah, it'd be fun to hear what he says.
I'm excited. I'm super excited. Kind of found out a couple days ago that he was like super happy to chat with me about Woodstock 99. So I'm super pumped for that.
And you're also excited because you have a friend to talk about sports with. So that's going to be fun for you too.
Oh yeah. Somehow I'm a lesbian and I don't have male friends to talk about like regular sports with. Like I know.
Nope.
Jeffrey, you're no help.
I love you, but you don't do sports. I know you hate sports. I don't know how it
There's
happens.
nothing for sports for you. Yeah.
But yeah, I know.
I'm good. Good fam.
Mm-hmm.
But
you have a sports friend, honey.
Yes, I do. Finally. I mean, I always have. I've always talked to him about sports. I've always texted him during football season, whatever, and just been like, what is happening? But because we're New York fans, and being a New York fan is like being a Patrick Vellner fan. So, you know.
Damn.
Wow.
Sorry. He mentioned neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
God, damn.
Hey, well.
I mean, it is.
It
talk about coming at your neck.
It's like.
No, it's okay.
Tell me you can't find the exact same, like being a Mets fan to being a Patrick Vellner fan, other than the fact that the Mets don't come in second or
I was going to say, at least he gets on the podium.
But I mean, at least he wins a little bit, so I'll say that. But like, it's tough.
It's tough. It's tough.
And it's tough to be a New York fan.
It's tough.
So, you know.
Well, tomorrow starts the games and...
Yeah. Tomorrow starts the games.
Let's just hope.
And baby, you should be super happy because there's no run, swim, run. My wife would no longer like
that. Sure. We know of.
You don't want to watch run, swim?
Oh no. Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
There could be a swim event. We don't know.
And I've been watching the behind the scenes, not just from. I'm gonna say his name wrong. No, I'll say Hiller. That's easier to say.
Sevon.
Yeah.
Sevon.
Hiller's been doing behind the scenes, and and then Mayhem's been doing behind the scenes, and I've been watching all of them, and I don't think that they were fitted for a bathing suit or a swimsuit of any sort yet, but a lot of them are just chopping that up to like, okay, maybe they don't give it to us now, but maybe that's one of the unknown events. So maybe it's not a swimsuit, maybe it's a wetsuit, maybe they're going somewhere else for the swim. Maybe, you know what I mean? So like there hasn't been anything yet. So I wouldn't put swimming off the table. I just hope that it's, I mean, the swim last year was cool. with the ski and the swim. Like, I think that was a really cool test.
So you want to see like swim around the pier, do some kettlebell thrusters, the stuff they did in like 2013.
I just think it needs to be more CrossFit. Like, you have them out swimming.
She's so mad at a paddleboard.
Listen, especially when it was the same event for 2 years in a row, they just extended the distance to make it different.
Why are you not mad at alpaca coming out twice? Like, they did a version of alpaca last year because the rain messed with the ropes. Now they're doing alpaca again the way that they would have done it if
that's different though.
Is it?
It is, because it was and I understand. At first I didn't understand why they would have taken the ropes out. Like, they did the O course when it was pouring outside. Like, I don't understand why they would take it away, but I guess from the statements that were made, it was the standard of the new legless rope climb and the inconsistencies of the wet and dry parts of each rope. So it's not like each rope was wet at the same spot. So it technically could have been a disadvantage in certain places and whatever.
Dude, whatever. That's like complaining about the
turf.
Yeah,
the turf.
Freaking sleds move better on the turf. And like, I get it. Like, complain about it. Fine. Someone else's sled moved faster, whatever. But like,
I think for me too, it just felt like it was the same type of swim event each one. Like, each year, even though they tried to change it a little bit, it was like a super long swim with a super long
I'm not
whatever.
disagreeing with you that it didn't become boring. It absolutely became boring. It was boring as crap. I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm just saying that, like, they kind of do the same. Like, now they did last year, they did all the skills, and then this year they're doing the upside down, whatever the crap that they're doing with the fancy kick to handstand, free handstand push-ups, like whatever. I think it's tomorrow. It's the last event tomorrow. And I'm not saying that's not going to be fun to watch. It's fun to watch, but it also mimics the skills medley that they kind of have to, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of have to bring back the same stuff. But I get the run, swim, run versions were more annoying because they were like 30, 40 minutes long. So that's...
Well, what's your feeling on the bike? 40 minutes on the bike.
I'm super excited because it's it's a legit freaking, here's 40 minutes. Do as many laps as you can. Absolutely. I think the scoring will be weird.
Yeah.
But
isn't it like a twist? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Isn't it like a twist on cyclocross, or like a harder version of cyclocross or something?
I think it's just not for time.
Oh,
like, it's literally how many laps can you do? And that's kind of, I get what everybody's saying. It's kind of tough because it's, what if one person, like, what if there's like 4 people that are stopped at the same point in the lap? So I get that. I understand why that's whatever it is. But I don't know. I think this will make people push harder on the bike because it's not for time. You have to have more laps than the other person. So I think people will go faster than they want to. I would, but that's just me as a CrossFitter. I go out hot and see if I can hang on. But you know what I mean? Like, I think the mental part of it will be a little different than cyclocross, but
Well, you also really liked Mary. And Mary was another AMRAP that it was like, do the same thing for as long as possible.
Everybody hated Mary, and I still will watch Mary to this day, and I don't care because how hard can you go and how long can you hang on? I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind it. Muscle fatigue, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
did you feel like that was an event that kind of brought it home to the affiliates? because we do a lot of affiliates, we do a lot of AMRAPs. Like we do these movements and these time domains and stuff like that. And for me, it kind of felt like that you were bringing it home to the affiliates, a little bit, which was cool because it's always cool as a fan. And also,
are you talking about like, can you do the actual workout alongside the athletes?
Yeah.
The way that they,
yeah,
you can't do Mary alongside the athletes. There's very few gym goers that are going to be able to do Mary alongside the athletes. I think the run this year, yeah, if you want to go do the run alongside the athletes and see how your time compares to that, cool.
mm-hmm.
If you're one of those upper echelon gym goers who, cares about doing all of the movements, then yeah, you can. I mean, okay, but I don't think Mary is a workout that everybody on the planet can just be like, oh, the CrossFit Games athletes are doing it, I'm gonna go do it with them too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
pistols, chest to bar, that's not a,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a everyday gym. Didn't they try to do that last year too, where they were like, everybody can do what was it meant to be, the swim with the
ski,
and everybody could do it with them?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
There was one workout last year where it was supposed to be everybody was supposed to be able to do it with the athletes.
Oh, that was the only event I think ever that every single division would be doing a version of that. Like every single.
Yeah, I think I like this one better.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that it's like, hey, go run a 5K.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't do what the athletes are doing with a pool swim and a rower. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you have a gym that's fit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I like this one better. I like the AMRAPs. I just think it makes people go faster than they want to.
Yeah.
Instead of 4-time where you can look around and be like, hey, that person's super far behind me. I'm just going to chill until I,
Yeah. It seems a lot of. I also noticed that it's like a lot of focus this year. I think people are really in it to win. I think with Matt retiring a couple years ago and Tia not being there, I think there's a lot of fight in these players, these women, like that, that kind of stuff or whatever. So,
there's a lot of women missing.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the men is going to be the most fun, to be honest. I'm the most excited to watch the men go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the women is fun, but there's so many women missing from it that at least are. For the women, I'll say I'm excited to see what Annie does. I'm always nostalgic for her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like, of course I'll root for Laura. You can't not love Laura.
Mm-hmm.
But the men is
that field is stacked.
Yeah, I'm
that
the most
stacked.
I'm the most excited and the most not loyal. Like,
not loyal.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm that girl. I'm not loyal.
I mean,
I'm kind of not loyal to any of these men. I've been messing with my wife all year about like the champ.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I'm kind of not loyal. Like, if Jeffrey Adler, and not because he has your name or you have his name.
Sure.
But if Jeffrey Adler like gets it, I'm good. If Pat Vellner gets it, I'm good. If freaking like, I don't know. If Colton Mertens gets it, I'm good. Like, it just, Roman, I can't. I kind of, half of my heart is with Roman. Like, so I'm
Oh,
not.
Roman gets half.
Yeah, he gets half.
Everybody else gets just a sliver.
Everybody else gets like a 10th.
Everybody gets like a little
and
sliver.
Roman gets half. He that
Oh.
baby face, I can't take it.
That.
But yeah, I'm not loyal. I'm not loyal.
You ain't loyal.
I ain't loyal this year.
You ain't loyal. Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. I got. This is the first time I will ever say this, but I got a lot of men in my heart right now for
Ooh.
this.
Oof.
I do.
Jeffrey, how do you feel about that?
I'm fine. How do you feel about it?
I'm okay. I'm good.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm good. Well, you being the most important man in her life.
I don't think so. I think there's a smaller man right outside behind me. That's more important to me.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're number 2. It's fine.
Oh. How's it feel to be number 2?
Pretty good.
Dumbass.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, and I think that's kind of how I am with the girls. I'm very interested.
No, don't talk about the girls. Talk about the men, because that's the ones you care about. Go ahead. Let it go.
We talked about it the other day.
Not here.
Yes, we did.
No, we talked about it this morning, and you were like, who was it? It was John Young on was it yesterday? Yeah, it was last night. And he was on Sevon's podcast, and he was like, he was talking about Vellner, and it was like Vellner hurt him personally. He couldn't root for Vellner anymore because Vellner had underwhelmed him and whatever. And you are the same way. Like, you are absolutely like, you and John Young should like go like talk about it and get and cry and get counseling over how Patrick Vellner doesn't perform in the workouts that he's supposed to perform for. It's like,
it's tough.
It's
tough to be a Vellner fan.
And he did. He looked so hurt. He was just like, he just underwhelms me all the time.
Yeah, but I haven't given up on him yet. I'm still rooting for him, and there will be an event.
So is John Young, but he's hurt, and it's okay to be hurt, babe. It's fine.
There'll be a couple events where I'll be sitting at the edge of the couch, screaming at the television like he can hear me, and yeah,
girl,
that's what happens. That's
what I'm saying.
Part of it.
You're not worried about the women's. You're not worried about the women's. You're worried about the men's.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does this year. So
get your boy.
Listen, if he has a solid performance, I said this on our last live. If he has a solid performance, and
that's what John Young said, he has to not underwhelm me this year.
Oh, all I'm saying is that if he has a solid performance like he did at semis, he'll be good. But we shall see.
Or his weight will roll away from him in the middle of whatever, and then your life will suck again.
His weight will roll away. He'll almost shat himself in the middle of a clean.
Dude, don't even talk about that. I'm so hurt for my man.
I am too.
I'm hurt for him about that.
I was like,
and the fact that he talked about it was so cool, because then when you go back and watch it, you can see it, and it's like, bro, I'm so like, sorry for you.
Oh, that's so yeah. But no, it's going to be good. I'm excited for it to be starting tomorrow. And I'm very interested in what the unknown events will be. For me right now, I mean, I've kind of skimmed over the events. I haven't really looked too much into them or whatever. Nothing is like exciting for me. I think the total is cool just because I like watching them lift heavy weight.
I like that one workout where it's like 3. I think it's 3 movements. It's 30 cal ski, 30 wall ball squat, or
it's it's 2 movements. It's the erg, right? Isn't it the 30 cal and then squats? And then 20 cal
and
squats.
It's like who can go unbroken on all of it. And I cannot wait to see people hurt on that, because I think people are gonna hurt on that, and I'm ready for that.
That reminded me like an acid bath or a 100. The year they did 100%.
Yeah,
that for me sounds like.
Because I looked at it, and people were going like, are they going to go unbroken? And I was like, I feel like they have to go unbroken.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like that all out effort or whatever. So,
I mean, I feel like that analysis from Sevon is right. Like, just chill on the ski, and then you got to go unbroken on everything else. Like, don't go 100% on the ski. Save it so you can go.
Is it a ski or is it a bike?
I'm not sure.
I thought it was a bike.
All right. Either way, go easy on the cows and hurt on everything else. Like, that's fun. Let's go.
So, but I'm interested to see what the other events are. So,
but yeah, it was a good week. It's going to be a good weekend. It's going to be super fun. Going to get to see people do things. And then Jeff,
we survived today.
We made it.
Today was it was a tough day. It was challenging. It had its challenges.
Yeah. We survived today.
Survived the children.
Yep.
They were fine. They were good. They did it.
They did fine.
We only had to yoke them up a little bit. Mostly my kid. You only got your kid right at the end, right for that last little bit there when you decided to jump the line.
Well, they were running, and I was able to give. I have that mom voice, that official mom voice now, where I say his name, and Jeff started laughing because he just froze. I was like, Garrett, and he was like,
"Yep, he knows."
But then just stopped, and there's a bunch of people walking behind him, and he just stopped.
He's like, "I'm not going nowhere."
He knows.
Yep.
His mother's voice. He knows.
And he's like, "Oh no!" The eyes got really big, and so. But no, it was fun. It was fun, and there were a lot of people there. But it was good. It's always fun to go, to the water park and hang out and stuff like that. But we survived.
They had fun.
We made it.
All that matters. The water was cold.
The water was freezing.
So cold.
Well, it wasn't as warm as it's been. Like, it wasn't humid at all today. So
yeah, I guess today wasn't the best day to go because it really wasn't that hot.
Yeah.
Even in the sun, we were like, okay, get warm.
Nope, no warmth.
And we were waiting for the heat from the sun, and we didn't get it. So, but no, it was good. It's good, and today has officially been a week since she's been here, and I feel like
a whole week.
It's been a week.
Damn.
How do you feel?
I'm tired.
Yep. Welcome.
Pretty tired.
Welcome.
It never ends.
It doesn't.
She's doing good. She wants chips though, but here we are.
Mm-hmm. Well, last night the baby wanted to sleep again in the bed, and I was like, "You can hang out with me for a little bit," but when we had to carry him the night before, we almost dropped him.
I almost dropped him. It wasn't even you almost dropped him. I had him.
Like, he's gonna fall.
And then I helped move him in the bed, and I was like, "Wow." I mean, he doesn't look that solid, but he was solid dead weight. Like, and his limbs just go. There's no control of said limbs anywhere. And she's like, I think we might both go down. I'm not sure if I can make it.
Like, I will cuddle him as we go down.
Yep.
Like, we're gonna fall, and I will
catch him on the fall.
But like, we're going because man's is
heavy,
solid,
like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which are limbs and all his like lanky, whatever that wasn't the same as picking up a sandbag, bro.
No,
like I can
that shit's compact.
Yeah, like I can put a sandbag over my shoulder and just go. You can't just put a sleeping kid over your shoulder and just be like, let's go.
Nope.
So that was extra, but it was fun.
All right. Well, here we go. Tomorrow starts week 2.
Should be a fun weekend.
See how you make it.
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
We'll have to check in with you.
I will. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
That's what you always say. Is that just what dudes say? I'm fine.
Yes, it is what dudes say. No matter how fine it doesn't seem, it's fine. As in, we will adapt to whatever bullshit comes next. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes. There you go.
And this dog is sleeping next to me, by the way.
Yeah, because the kids are out in a spot and he can't get back in my room, so
yeah, he's absolutely out.
He ran.
He was like, I can't be here and I don't want to be here, so I'm gonna come all the way over here.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Love you.
Let's have some fun.
Bye.
Deuces.